My name's Servando Franco. I started work at CCAD in 1963, I believe. And I don't remember exact dates, but I'm pretty sure I've got records of 201 on my 201 file. And I was assigned to flight test, and then transferred. I was loaned out workout scarce and flight test, so they loaned me out to disassembly. At disassembly, we were getting all these aircraft coming from Vietnam with bullet holes that were stinky and blood all over them, and we had to tear them out. I used to find pictures of soldiers who took the canvas off, the padding off the helicopters, and there were pictures of guys that would hide their billfolds in there, and you know, and I mean, it was terrible. So I said to myself, the first chance I get, I'm getting out of here. I can't stand this smell. I couldn't stand it no more. So I was the apprenticeship program came out, and I applied for the apprenticeship program. So I got selected, but I got selected for electroplater. So you know what an electroplater is? I said, no, I don't know, but said, you'll learn. And that's the only opening I had, so I said, I'll take it. I wanted to get out of disassembly, you know, and that's what happened. I don't remember the year.
Mr. Franco, tell me about your sugar diabetes. When did you get your sugar diabetes?
Well, I was working there at CCAD, and every year we used to have a physical, and the doctor told me there, you're borderline. You're showing you're borderline diabetes. That was in 65, I think, 67, and I just ignored it. I didn't go see a doctor until the third time she told me, did you go see a doctor? And I said, no. And she said, well, you're borderline diabetic. I went to see a doctor, and he said, there's no such thing as borderline. You're either diabetic or you're not. That was it.
Who was that doctor? Dr. Beach?
No, Dr. Sandoval, my family doctor.
Okay, let's talk more about disassembly. How long did you work there at disassembly, and who was your supervisor?
Supervisor was Moreno.
Okay,
Moreno.
And explain to people, because they're not familiar, what did you do at disassembly? Just give us an idea.
Well, aircraft would come in, and would disassemble and take it all apart, and the inspector would come in and said, oh, you got to take all this apart, and we took the engine apart, we took the cowling apart, we all the tie rods and all that, we just disassembled everything.
Did you ever get up in the hellhole?
Yes.
Was it real dirty up in there?
It was dirty.
Real dirty?
Dirty, yeah.
Okay, tell me.
It was hydraulic fluid all over the place. Inside the aircraft was blood and bullet holes and, you know, things like that.
Did you ever see any brains up on the ceiling of
No.
No?
There were bullet holes. I guess the pilots had those armor chairs, and there were, you know, bullets like they hit on the armor.
Did you see bandages of soldiers in there that...
No.
No? Okay, did you see dirt and sand?
Yes.
Did you see white powder?
White powder? No.
Okay. What year did you retire now?
I retired in '88.
Okay.
They offered me the early retirement, so I was 55 when I retired.
Mr. Franco, tell us about your wife.
My wife, well, she came out with cancer in her, or I think it was her left kidney. And they removed the kidney, but now lately they found that she's going for more X-rays, and they found that some spots in her lung.
How long has she had cancer?
Well, she's had it for about a year now, but she's taking the chemotherapy pills, and those will make her sick. They make her sick when, you know, I guess the effects of the medication. She's vomiting, and she's not hungry, and things like that, you know.
Let me ask you a question from the heart. Do you think that your clothes might have contaminated your wife?
I believe it did. I believe it did, yeah. It's possible. I remember I used to come home and my clothes would say, "You smell bad, get out of here," she would tell me. "Get out of here, you smell bad." And that's the way it was, you know. And I would go take a shower and said, "Oh yeah, it's better now."
And that was only when you worked in the cleaning shop.
No, I work at the assembly, aircraft assembly.
Okay, let me ask you about another question. You worked in the plating shop, right?
Electroplating shop, yeah, but that's when I worked at the aircraft assembly. The bulletin came out for apprenticeship program, and that was my opportunity to get out of there.
Let me ask you this. In the plating shop, you had a lot of chemicals too, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that. Tell us what kind of chemicals you had.
We had chromic acid, we had sulfuric acid, we had sulfuric, and what was it? Hydrofluoric. We had the cyanides. We had aluminum anodizing. We used to have some chemicals there. I think it was chromic acid for anodizing. Silver plating was cyanide. We had the ammonium nitrate, which is very explosive, and I would order, because it would get contaminated, I would order the chemicals. They would come and put them right on the hallway. Said, "That's very explosive. I don't want it here until I get ready to use them, you know. I don't want them around my place."
Do you think any of those chemicals that you worked in a plating shop could have hurt you
Could have very possibly did that.
or your employees?
No, well, I don't know about my employers, but
Okay. The other people that worked
yeah, probably
Okay.
so.
Did you ever work around zinc chromate?
Yeah, zinc
Spray?
chromate? No, not spray.
Okay, how about zinc, how about strontium chromate?
No.
No?
We worked, we had a lot of, we had ammonium nitrate to remove the cadmium off the parts, and then we had sandblast, glass bead, with glass bead, and it was dusty, and we were assigned just covered, just those masks, just to clean, once a month, everybody had to turn to clean the machines.
Okay, I
At
guess.
the filters, cleaning the filters.
wife,
I told my wife, I used to come home and my clothes were all penetrated with that smell, and I told my wife, wash my clothes separately, don't wash it with yours or anybody else's. Do it separately, because my clothes would stink bad.
Okay, where was you working when your clothes stunk bad?
I was working in disassembly.
This is something. Okay, and you had to get out of there because you couldn't stand the.
I have the first chance I'm getting out of here, because, and I applied for the apprenticeship program, and they what I needed to know, I knew how to remove an engine, install aircraft engines, when we were having slave engines in Hangar 44, and you get the engine and take it off an aircraft and install it in another one, and that's the way we'd sell the aircraft.
Okay. Okay, but you did wash your clothes in with your family's clothes, right?
No, separately.
You separately. But you use the same wash machine?
Oh yes.
So in other words, you'd wash your clothes and then your wife would put, but
Yeah.
they still would be contaminated because using the same.
Probably were, yeah.